In this video, we'll show you exactly how to create your personal training packages the right way, how to get clients on higher end packages and increase your chances of converting prospects into new paying clients drastically using a few sales techniques. I'm Laurent Chimanga. I'm a qualified personal trainer with years of experience in the industry as both a marketer and a trainer with Origym, the UK's largest training provider that certifies thousands of personal trainers each year, both here in the UK and internationally. Thousands of personal trainers go about creating PT packages the complete wrong way. This is largely due to the fact that bad advice has been readily available online by trainers or supposed experts who could in fact have no idea about how to build a successful PT business or have not actually done it themselves. What we're going to show you is our proven strategy that Origym has implemented that led us from setting up as a sole personal trainer to owning 12 PT studios across the UK and now becoming the UK's largest fitness education company. So what do bad packages look like and what's the issue? Bad PT packages that look like these. What's wrong with these personal training packages? Too many options. Firstly, but not the most important factor, is that there are too many options. It's confusing for clients. If you're struggling to close clients, it might be the fact that you're giving them too many options to pick from, that they genuinely need to go away and think about which option is best. This can massively impact your conversion to sale, as when people reflect on buying luxury items such as personal training, they often talk themselves out of it and the sale is gone. The packages have end dates. What do we mean by end dates? Where it says buy 5 sessions or 10 sessions for X amount of money, there is a defined end date to when your personal training services stop. So, what happens when I buy 10 sessions? What are you as a trainer going to have to do? Resell to me. In an ideal world, the client rebuys another 10 sessions. However, the reality is very, very different. Let's evaluate what a client really says at this time. And this is assuming that you have done a good job and they want to continue. I'd love to carry on with you. What's the best offer you can do for me? Another trainer I spoke to is doing it for less. Can you match that? I really want to carry on with you, but I have a holiday coming up, so I'll be rebuying once I get back from that. I feel like I'm really happy with where I'm at, so I might do it on my own for a bit. I have a slight injury. I might be back once this is healed up. I'll let you know. These are things that clients have genuinely said to me, and you might be familiar with them too. Selling personal trainer packages with expiry dates can cause so many more issues too, such as double the workload. One of the hardest parts of personal training is selling to try and get new clients. Why would you want to double this effort by having to resell to clients you already have? Not only does it double up your workload, but it doesn't allow you time to focus on growing your business. Create payment gaps. With clients saying that they will rebook after their holidays, kids' birthdays, Christmas, the list of excuses are endless. This causes gaps in your payments, meaning you're earning less than your potential. This in turn causes issues with forecasting, as you might not know when or if revenue is going to come in, not allowing you to forecast your projections for things such as rent, bills, insurance, or buying new equipment. Dilution of price. When clients create price objections, many trainers feel forced to reduce their price or give away extra free sessions in a desperate attempt to keep their client, which not only dilutes your income and value, but can even cause issues with other clients who are paying more. Would you pay more than someone else for the exact same thing? So what's the solution? Monthly packages. Fitness goals do not have an end date. Goals just change and adapt over time. So your personal training packages need to reflect this. Monthly packages should be super simple for your clients to understand. No overcomplicated X number of sessions per week times by X number of weeks. This would drastically affect your closing ratios, as when you get a client in for a consultation, you should be aiming to close 80% of them in the first time of asking. By presenting overcomplicated tables, you're giving them something to go away and genuinely think about. So what does a typical monthly package setup look like? And why does it work? This is a typical monthly package structure. It has just 3 options. Bronze, which is 1 session per week, Silver, which is 2 sessions per week, and Gold, which is 3 sessions per week. Really clean and easy for prospective clients to understand. Prices should reduce the more sessions per week someone buys. The exact amount you should charge is really down to you and how much you value your time and services and which aspect of the market you are trying to attract. Additionally, in this example, we have called our PT packages bronze, silver, and gold, but you can call your packages whatever you deem fit. Just ensure the package name appeals more the more sessions per week the package has. As you can see, there is a contract of minimum term of 6 months before it rolls month to month. These prices should always be your prices, whether someone is referred to, has price objected, or is a friend asking for a deal. You should never devalue your service. To encourage paid in full sales, after all, cash in the bank is important. Have a paid in full discount price. So if they pay for the 6 months worth of training up front, they can save a little and you can get paid up front so you can reinvest in marketing, new equipment, and building your business. However, you must ensure as part of the agreement that when they pay in full, they also fill in a direct debit mandate for when the 6 months runs out. This means they either pay in full again before the end of the 6 months at the slightly discounted rate, or it will go up to the higher monthly rate once the 6 months has expired. We will show a closing technique later in this video to get people onto your higher end packages and how to push to pay in full. But first, why do monthly packages work so well? They keep clients paying continuously. There are no gaps in receiving payments as they are set up to pay via direct debit on the same day each month. This monthly payment becomes habitual and part of their monthly outgoings, and they're not having to manually hand cash over. As you have clients set up via direct debit, you can see how much you will be bringing in each and every month, allowing you to forecast for new equipment, your rent, and taking your business to the next level. You're hardly ever having to resell to your existing clients, allowing you time to focus on what matters, getting even more clients and delivering sessions. No client complains. Every client is paying the same in relation to their payment method and number of sessions. You won't mind if someone says another client is paying less if they are on either more sessions per week or have paid in full, as they can too. Just get them to sign up to the upgraded package. That's even more revenue for you. You might be wondering, what if my client gets injured or goes on holiday for a few weeks? No problem, we'll cover that now. Contingencies. Ensure you get your contracts done by a solicitor. We recommend using lawbyte.co.uk as you can get good quality yet affordable legally binding contracts created. Within your contracts, you need to factor in for holidays and injury and what will occur when these outcomes do happen. Holidays. All clients go on holiday. This is inevitable. You will simply increase their sessions for the first few weeks when they come back. For example, if the client bought the silver package for 2 times per week and went on holiday for 2 weeks, the client will be owed 4 sessions. When they come back from holiday, you will do 3 times per week for those first 4 weeks until 4 sessions owed are fulfilled, before going back down to 2 sessions per week. It couldn't be simpler and keeps the client paying continuously. Injury. If the client gets injured mid-contract and is therefore unable to train, then you need a clause in your contract that states that the account will be frozen for the duration of their doctor's note. For example, if again I was on the silver package on 2 sessions per week and was 3 months into my 6-month contract but suddenly required shoulder surgery, this injury would make me unfit to exercise for 1 month. So I would have my payments froze for the month. But the 1 month out would then be added to the end of my contract. This keeps it fair to your clients so they are not paying for something they are not using due to circumstances out of their control, but ensures you still get the full value of the contract, adding extra value into your higher end packages and creating urgency. So before we jump into putting these new packages into action, one thing you can do is adding extra value to either your packages with more sessions per week or on paid in full sales. What do we mean by extra value? Extra value means extra services or products that perceives to dilute the price. Extra value services you could include will differ based on your specialities, niche, and services you provide. But here are a few suggestions. Free nutrition plan, free biomechanical analysis, free gait analysis, free protein tub and shaker, free bootcamp sessions, and free extra sessions for your first month. Notice how none of these actually dilute the price. They do not influence how much money a client will actually give you. Not only are you drumming up added value to your higher end packages, but you can leverage them to create urgency when closing prospective clients. We'll show you how to do this shortly.
Wait a minute, have you still not qualified as a PT? Check out this cool video we got right here.
Become a personal trainer with the UK's leading training provider. Over 50,000 trainers qualified. Study how suits you best, whether online, part-time or full-time. Internationally recognized SIMSPA endorsed training. Turn your hobby into your career. Whether you want to work in a gym, become an online trainer, freelance from people's homes, or use the great outdoors. Visit origympersonaltrainercourses.co.uk and shape your future the way you want it. Summarize before you price present. Before you price present, you should always summarize their goals back to them. This is to get them focused on what they want to achieve and the time frame they want to achieve it. It gets your clients focused and motivated. After this video, go and check out our how to do a personal trainer consultation to see how important a good summary is and how to do this effectively. How to price present your new personal training packages and close sales. Now we created 3 options: Bronze, 1 session per week; Silver, 2 sessions per week; and Gold, 3 sessions per week. But we're actually only going to price present 2 of these options: Silver and Gold. This is because we want to try and push clients onto our higher end packages with more sessions per week and make more money from one sale. Think of it this way. Let's say you get 25 clients all on the Bronze package of 1 session per week. That would be therefore £120 times 25 people. That's £3,000 a month, which seems great, but look at the difference if we throw in some 2 and 3 sessions per week into the equation. For example, if we actually only had 15 clients, so 10 less, but 10 were on 2 sessions per week at £216 per month, and the remaining 5 clients were on £288 per month, that equals £3,600 a month, despite me having 10 less paying customers. This is why you must present your highest priced monthly packages only. The obvious reason why is that not only can you generate more revenue from your clients, but secondly, it's easier to manage 15 clients than 25, all whilst you're making more money at the same time. The third reason, which we will cover later in this video, is when someone price objects, we have a backup of our 1 session per week that you can fall back on. Price presenting your personal training packages techniques. Firstly, sit next to your client when price presenting. This is not a job interview and you want them to feel comfortable with you. If you want to be super pedantic, sit to the side of them you write with. So if you're left-handed, sit on the left, and if you're right-handed, sit on the right. This keeps your body language nice and open, so when you write things down, it doesn't cover up anything. Now, when you price present, explain clearly the 2 packages starting from left to right, not the other way around as we read left to right. So present it that way. Emphasize the extra value in your 3 sessions per week package and how the hourly rate dilutes, making it the better option both financially and having more value. Also, you need to create urgency when selling your personal trainer packages by emphasizing your added value items in your 3 sessions per week package and setting an end date. Here is how this should look when presenting to a prospective client. Richard, you have 2 options you can go for: our Silver package or our most popular option, the Gold package. The Silver package is 2 sessions per week at £27 an hour. Or you have the Gold package, which is 3 sessions per week and is £24 an hour. I have a special offer on the Gold package that finishes today. If you go for that option, you will actually get a free nutrition plan with that and a free body analysis check. So which one do you feel suits you best? Now, let's break what I've just said down. By saying most popular creates conformity. Other people like me go for this option, therefore I should too. I have presented the hourly rates, not the monthly amounts, so I can show it's slightly cheaper. I have added value by giving away a free nutrition plan and free body analysis check without changing the price. I have created urgency that the offer finishes today. I have used the sales technique called alternate closing to ask them which option suits them best, which we'll come on to in the next section. Closing techniques to increase conversions. Now, let me show you some little sales techniques that can drastically improve your closing. Starting with the first technique we touched on a moment ago. Technique 1. Alternate closing. Alternate closing is simply removing the option to say no out of the equation. For example, many people default to saying phrases like this: you want to go for it, or want to get started. These are big no's when price presenting, as you're giving the client the option to say no. The alternate closing technique is simply a shift in wording. Instead of starting your sentence with "do you," start the sentence with the word "which," and it looks something like this. Which one of those two options do you feel would suit you best? This forces the client to pick one of those options we have suggested and removes no out of the equation. Technique 2. Silent assassin technique. The silent assassin technique has been around for years. All it is once you have asked them which option suits them best, say nothing. Literally not one word until they have spoken. There is a rule with the silent assassin technique. The first one to speak loses. This is because at this stage, there should be nothing else to say. You should have built a rapport with them, conducted a thorough needs analysis, and shown them the cost. There is nothing else you should be saying at this point, and you want them to focus on the question at hand. Which option suits you best? I have sat in over a minute's worth of silence before a prospective client indicates which one suits them best. Which doesn't sound like a long time, but when you're sat next to someone you don't know, feels like an eternity. You just need to stay calm until they indicate towards one package. Which brings us to the next step, confirming the sale. Technique 3, confirming the sale. Prospective clients will give you different levels of assertiveness and enthusiasm when answering the question, which one do you feel suits you best? Here are some examples. Best to worst answers. I think the silver package is perfect for me. The gold package looks good. The silver package seems to suit me more. The silver package sounds okay. If I had to say, I would probably side with the gold package, I think. I'm really unsure. Maybe the silver package? The level of enthusiasm or package they opt for is actually irrespective to the sales process. As long as the prospective client indicates even slightly towards one personal trainer package over the other, and your response will always be the same. I absolutely agree with you. I think that's the perfect option for you. This is you confirming their choice as the correct one and ultimately confirming the sale. You will say this irrespective of which package they choose. What if someone price objects? The most common objection when selling personal training is price. After all, it's not cheap and is a luxury service. But remember our bronze personal trainer package of just one session per week we've had in our back pocket? This is where this comes into play. We're now going to present the bronze package, which is much cheaper. It goes something like this.
I do like the sound of the silver package. It's just that I don't think I can actually afford that monthly amount.
I completely understand. Always show empathy. What I can do to get that monthly fee down is to show you the bronze package, which is just once per week and reduces the cost to just £120 per month, which is £96 a month less. Now, which would suit you best, the bronze or the silver package?
Yeah, I think the bronze option is good for me.
See how it links back into alternate close, so the prospective client is choosing which option as opposed to saying yes or no. If the client objects again, you should walk away from the sale. As we mentioned earlier in this video, never dilute your price. The price is the price. This now leads us into the last technique. Technique 4, assumptive closing. Once you have confirmed the sale and their choice as being a great one, you now need to assumptively start the signing up process. This is called assumptive closing. Assumptive closing is the intentional assumption that the prospect, or in this case the client, has already agreed to buy, and you to start the onboarding process. The assumptive close makes it very difficult for the prospect to interrupt and stop the sales process from starting. Additionally, by following it up with a soft, unrelated sales question that they have to answer moves the client even further along the onboarding phase, making it even harder for them to say no. An effective assumptive close after you have confirmed the sale, like this. Confirming the sale. I agree. I think the gold package is the perfect option for you. Assumptive close. Great then. What we will do is we'll get you booked in for your first session. I just need to get some details from you. I'll have your full name, what's your date of birth. Notice how the last time the client spoke was to answer which option they felt suited them, and the next time they speak is when the boarding process has started, almost without them realizing when they're answering the questions, such as in this example, what's your date of birth? They feel like they have already signed up. Closing rules. Never leave prospective clients unattended until they have paid and actually become a client. Always book your client's first session with them. This gets them motivated and committed. Never leave clients filling in forms such as exercise questionnaires. This gives them time to pull out of the sale or create an excuse. Always take payment and process the contract last. This is because you want them fully bought into the sales process first, and we want to push them to pay in full. Taking payments. A sale is never a sale until the money is taken, or in this case, a prospect is never a client until they have paid. You need to take the payment right here and now. Don't let clients leave without taking payment unless you absolutely can't help it. Now, to take payments, you need a card terminal. You can use WorldPay or Sage for your deposit or taking paid in full sales. And for your monthly direct debits, we recommend using Go Cardless. Don't allow for standing orders. Direct debits are far better as you can retry payments if someone misses a payment, and Go Cardless will notify you if anyone cancels their mandate or if they miss a payment, which standing orders will not do. There are links in the description to sign up pages to WorldPay, Sage, and Go Cardless. Remember our alternate close of which option do you feel suits you best? Well, we're going to use this technique again when asking how they would like to pay and add extra value into the paid in full option. Now, would you like to pay the higher monthly amount or pay in full and get a 10% discount and a free protein tub? Which would you prefer? The extra little discount and value item, in this case a protein tub, encourages paid in full sales, and if you get a paid in full sale on 3 sessions per week for 6 months, even with a 10% discount and a £40 protein tub, this works out at them paying you £1,515.20p. Not bad for one client. Closing script, putting it all together. Alternate close. Which one of these two options do you feel would suit you best? Silent assassin.
Kind of like the gold package.
Confirming the sale. I agree. I think that the gold package is the perfect option for you. Assumptive close. Great then. What we will do is, we'll get you booked in for your first session. I just need some details from you. I have your full name, what's your date of birth?
Yeah, it's 14th of the 8th, 1986.
Now, would you like to pay the higher monthly amount or pay in full and get a 10% discount and a free protein tub? Which would you prefer?
Oh, okay. I may as well save myself some money then and go for the paid in full option.
Creating monthly personal training packages as opposed to blocked sessions is the most optimal way of selling personal training, allowing you to focus your time on building your business, not sustaining it. Increase your closing ratios and paid in full sales using these little techniques, and you'll notice a big difference to the number of clients you're actually onboarding. On that note, that wraps it up for this video. Please give the video a thumbs up if you found it useful, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below which tip you found most useful. Also, check out the description below where you can find the scripts from this video, plus other links you might find helpful. If you want to build your PT business further, head over to the Origym website and see our range of qualifications, including our range of level 4 master courses such as nutrition, diabetes management, lower back pain management, and many more. My name's Laurent Chimanga, and thanks for watching.